Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna do a couple more editing from my recent shoots as well. So especially using the Sony rental, the Zeiss 35mm f1.4. So let's get started. So this is the VSCO program from the iPhone that I use, and I'm gonna use the HB tool for the editing. So 4.1, around 50% of the tone, and then this has nice leaves on the ground, so I'm going to do some highlights and then include the sharpness a little bit, and then I'm gonna slightly crop the edge a little bit. I can see some white on the edge, so make sure there are some perpendicular to the ground as well, and then enough headroom on top. And I'm gonna do some more highlight save, so it's sharpen a little bit more. So I'm gonna save this one and then save as the actual size. So the actual size from the VSCO, that's how I export to the my camera roll and then upload to the Instagram. So this one, and then I'm gonna copy the edit because the next one is similar, so I'm gonna paste. It's similar tone right here. I can do the 4x5 by the Instagram because the Instagram using the 4x5 crop, so I'm gonna crop it around there. I can still slightly a little bit more, so crop it a little bit more. I can increase the contrast so that make the ground a little bit darker, so it stands out the face subtle light a little bit. Reduce the exposure, create a nice soft light on the face. So let me save this one and then save as the actual size. And next one, so there's a bag on the ground, so I'm gonna crop it. Let me go back to adjust 4x5 crop. So, and I'm gonna rotate a little bit so that the body is perpendicular to the ground, and I'm gonna save that and then do some tone. So I can use the HB tool or E5 for this one, and I'm gonna use the HB tool for this one. Increase the highlight save, increase the sharpness a little bit, increase the contrast. I'm gonna reduce the exposure slightly a little bit, and I'm gonna save that one. So these are the original Sony A7 color, so you can compare with the Fujifilm. I think the Fujifilm still have a little bit better color tones, but it's workable in the Sony, so it's still pretty good. I like the size lens, by the way, so as I have mentioned in the previous video. So I'm gonna reduce the a little bit this 2x3. Usually you use it for the story, Instagram story, because it is longer. So let me save this one and then save as the actual size. Next one, so I'm gonna copy the edit again. So this is how I edit, because I'm shooting as a hobby only. I just use about 1 minute to 2 minutes to edit one photo, so that it is very easy for me to post it on Instagram only. I don't do prints, but if you guys do prints, I know that it's better to do the raw because it has bigger size and then it has more power to change. But since I'm doing as hobby only, I'm just doing like just for fun and then mostly just for Instagram purpose. So that's how I edit. I want to edit, make it really fast workflow. So I'm gonna rotate a little bit, just make sure all the lines are aligned perpendicular to the ground, and then make sure the headroom and the head is about top the crop area, so that it's nicely 1/3 golden crop ratio. So next one, this one has direct sunlight on the face. I'm gonna reduce a little bit so that the light is even more subtle, and then once I increase the contrast, the black around her is getting more black, and so it stands out the face a little bit more. I can use both E5 for this one also because it has a brown tone. E5 works better on the brown tone. So I'm gonna do the 2x3. Just make sure the eyes around the top third ratio cropped area. Just have to have that ratio. You don't have to be exactly on the top third, but just around there to make sure there are enough headroom. You can have a different crop for this one because the eye direction. You can crop it, make the head on the top third, the right hand side, because the eye is looking from the right to left. You can leave more room on the left, so from the right hand side to look into the left side, have more negative space on the direction of the eyes. So that that's how I cropped. And this one also, so I'm gonna rotate a little bit. So I'm gonna use the HB tool, reduce the exposure a little bit, and then increase the tone, and then slightly change the orientation, reduce to the 2x3 just for story. Sometimes I just do it for story. Increase the contrast, reduce the exposure a little bit more. So this looks pretty clean to me. And then I'm gonna so I paste the previous one, and I'm gonna paste this one, HB2, and then this one might be too dark to me, and then I can increase a little bit more. And 4x3 for Instagram. So it just depends. If you want to post story, do the 2x3. If you post regular Instagram post, just do a 4x5. And next one is, this is the backlight using the size 35mm f1.4. So it creates a little bit of context of the environment, but at the same time it has nice blur in the back as well. So I'm gonna increase the sharpness, slightly rotate a little bit because of the tree. I want the tree perpendicular in the ground. And I'm not gonna patch out the car in the back, just leave it there because it's a street style, and not all the time it will be perfect for the background, so I just leave it there this time. You can increase the saturation a little bit so that it has warmer on the face as well. So I can save this one, save as actual size, and then I'm gonna copy. So let me go back. I'm gonna just copy the edit and then paste to this one. So, and I'm gonna crop 4x5 for Instagram post for this one. So it has nice light coming from the right hand side. So increase the contrast. So this looks pretty good to me. And then the next one, so this is the bokeh in the back. So I'm gonna copy again, paste. It's too dark to me, so I think the contrast is too strong also for this one. So I reduced the contrast. So it just depends on each shot and exposure. You just adjust slightly a little bit. So I'm gonna crop 4x5 for this, and make sure the eyes are on the top third ratio. So this looks pretty good to me. Save as an actual size for me. And these two are very similar, so I'm just gonna copy and paste. This is how I use 1 minute at a time to just for one photo. I don't use a lot of time for editing because I want to shoot more and post more. I'm almost at the 17,000 photo, 17,200 photo, almost there. So I shot a lot. I don't want to spend like 1 hour per photo because it's gonna be taking a lot of my time. So the last one, I'm gonna just do this street style. I'm gonna use HB tool and then increase the contrast a little bit more, reduce the exposure so the face is not too bright, and increase the highlight save a little bit. Sharpness also increase a little bit, and then 4x3. Make sure it's centered in the in between the two sides of the street, and it has nice lines leading to the model. And so this is my edit, and then save as the actual size. So this is my editing process using the VSCO in iPhone 7 Plus. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.